How's it going, troops? How are you today? I hope you had an amazing holiday weekend. Maybe you still got some time off right now, maybe not, but hopefully whatever time off you did have, you just enjoyed it, stuffed your gullets full of awesome holiday time food, spend some time with some family, some friends. I'm just back at the property right now. I'm actually staring right here at the hobo hut. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting a little bit of firewood on the go, stock up the old wood pile in the hobo hut, get a fire going, and then I think I'm gonna head on back and do a little bit of work on the main cabin, and we'll see what we can get done today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day down here in Nova Scotia. It's hovering right around the 0 mark. Oh, look at that. You can see the hobo hut right there behind me. Got the door open because I'm loading it up with some wood. So we'll get this process back on the go, get a little bit more wood in there, and head on down and see what's going on in the cabin. Here we are, as you can see behind me, there's the main cabin. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get too much serious work done on it today, but let's just take a little walk around. I got most of the roof on, and while I was on holidays, I had a dream, and in that dream that I could have swore it was real life, that I came up this path here, and I'm coming onto the build site for another day to build, and I look over there, and then all of a sudden I see the roof just strung everywhere on the ground. So when I was coming up here today, I'm like, oh man, I really hope that this dream doesn't come true. I really hope that I don't walk up there and the roof is on the ground, because we had some hurricane strong winds over the past couple days. But we are a-okay. The roof is still attached. The building is still upright. Ooh. Not that I didn't have faith in my construction. It was just, you never know what could happen when the winds are blowing about 110, right? All right, let's take a walk through all of this mess here. The build site is just an actual construction zone. There's stuff everywhere. We'll come up here into the doorway. A little bit of ice, nothing serious. And then there's some more boards for the roof. But look at that. No snow on the inside. The only spot is this little area right there. But it is looking fantastic. Alright, well, nighttime is coming on, and I am just here in the hobo hut right now. I can see my breath a little bit, just because I haven't got a fire going. But I got my light over here. I have some firewood over there. So I'm just going to get ready and put some birch bark down. Get ready to get myself all warm and toasty in here. Not that it's supposed to be that cold. So I'm just getting ready to light my fire right now. Get this little bit of chill in the air out of here. Not that it's going to be that cold tonight, but it's just going to be nice to have a fire anyway. Well, I'm back here in the hobo hut right now, and you might be able to hear the fire crackling and the propane lantern just kind of lighting it up for an ambiance in behind me. I figured that I need to get this channel back up and going, although I'm going to change the content on it just a little bit. I have a second channel. It's Maple Monkey Media, and that's kind of the main channel that I've been focusing on for the last little bit. It's my off-grid channel where I've been kind of documenting my off-grid lifestyle in building my house slash cabin and kind of the homesteading journey. So that's where I'm going to be posting most of my build videos. But on this channel right here is kind of where I'm going to document maybe my thoughts and kind of adventures, maybe more vlog style than the other channel. But if you want to hop over there, it's Maple Monkey Media. I have all kinds of videos over there of me building this hobo hut that I'm in right here. And I also have, it's a 12 by 12 cabin that I'm building over there as well. All that's documented on that channel. But in this video right here, I just wanted to get back here and, like I said, get it up and going and talk about why that I want to go off-grid. Why do I want to start homesteading? It's been something that I've wanted to do for probably 10 or 15 years now, but there was I needed to do a little bit of traveling first. I wanted to travel the world, see a little bit of places, get that out of my system, and then kind of settle down and get a piece of property and get a cabin. So if you want to look on my channel here, the previous videos before this one are kind of my travel channel, travel videos from a couple years ago when I was traveling here, there, and everywhere. And from here on out, who knows what it'll be. It'll be, like I say, vlog style thoughts of off-grid homesteading, and maybe some travel videos here in the next little bit. I wanted to get travel out of my system, and then I could start to get a piece of property, and that's exactly what I did. The main reason that I want to go off-grid is just to live a simple life. I got caught in the rat race for 6, 7, 8 years in construction doing rebar. I was a rebar benderman, and I absolutely hated everything about that. The only reason that I stuck with it so long was because the people that I worked with. And that kind of is also what kickstarted my travel journey before homesteading. Is I traveled across Canada, paying off debt. So the main reason I want to go off-grid and I want to start my own little homestead or big homestead is just to live a simple life. It's just not worth it doing a job that you hate and living in a house that you don't feel any passion about. I've always wanted to build my own house. I've always wanted my own land, and not only for me but for future generations, for my kids. I want something to be able to hand down through the generations and say, look, your old man built this with his 2 own hands right here. Check out the videos on the YouTube channel. And yeah, that's probably pretty much the main reason is just to slow down, to live a simple life. Maybe not to slow down, but to live a simple life on my own terms. Sounds awesome hearing that fireplace just a roaring. It's a homemade clay fireplace that I have made from clay and brick that I found here on the property. And yeah, another reason that I want to go off-grid, that I want to do homesteading, is I absolutely love working with my hands. If you've ever heard the term jack of all trades, master of none, well, that's me. I absolutely love building and figuring things out, even if it's just farting around like I was here building this hobo hut, where it's nothing serious, but it was almost like a project from when I was a kid. And you go back in the woods and you build all these awesome forts and camps. This is pretty much what this is. And also the necessity to get me out of the car because it was starting to get cold. But yeah, I absolutely love working with my hands, and when you can kind of combine that and when you're building your house, that's absolutely amazing, because then you can kind of create custom features here and there, make it specifically for yourself, as opposed to when you buy a house, it's just a cookie cutter house. And that kind of leads me into the next kind of little tidbit, is the houses that you buy. They're just cookie cutter houses, and if the power were to ever go out, they're completely useless. Not unless you have some sort of alternate heating in it. It's not going to do you any good. Why I want to go off-grid is I absolutely love growing vegetables, love being outside, love learning new things and challenging myself on a daily basis. Even in this off-grid journey that I'm embarking on right now, that I've been going down the road for probably 6 months. It's my first year, so not much established, but I have the land, I have the building. You can pop on over to Maple Monkey Media. That's where I'm going to post all my build stuff. This channel is going to be more an in-depth kind of behind the scenes thought processes on what's going on. There's another reason that I want to go off-grid, is because I want to be self-sufficient. If anything ever to happen where, you know, shit hits the fan, And, you know, anything, zombie apocalypse or whatever it may be, is I want to be the best prepared as I can be. And they say if something were to happen on a Friday, within that weekend, the grocery stores and the supermarkets would be completely cleared out. So if you're kind of dependent on that, well, you have a very, very short window to get your supplies. But if you're not, you kind of already have been setting yourself up. Even if it's only for, let's say, a hurricane or a thunderstorm or anything like that, where you don't want to be dependent on something. That is me. I don't want to be dependent on the power. I don't want to be dependent on the grocer. And if I can do it myself, or if I can learn how to do it myself, then I am jumping in head first and learning as I go. Going off-grid and self-sustainability is definitely more rewarding than kind of living your life like everybody else, doing the 9 to 5. You know, you work, you sleep, you eat, you work for the weekends. That's just not life. That's just not life. I could only imagine how hard they actually had it back in the day when you actually were coming across the country with your wagon and your horse strapped up and your whole family is literally on this wagon. And if you don't get a house built before winter hits, or if you don't have your garden in and you don't have your food or livestock prepared, it is literally a life or death situation. Thankfully, it's not that serious here. Well, there's a couple of the reasons that I want to go off-grid and kind of start my own homestead. There's guaranteed more, but I can't think of any right now. I didn't really prepare for this video, I kind of just wanted to get it up and going, to get this channel back up and going. And there's going to be another video on my Maple Monkey Media page very shortly. This weekend, this new year, 2021, will be the very first video that I have up on the channel for this weekend. I'm going to rent a generator this weekend and get the roof all done and hopefully have enough boards left over to get the walls all boarded in as well. Well, I muchly appreciate y'all checking out this video. Continue to strive for greatness. You are worth it. You are beautiful. And get those feet down on that pavement. One foot after the other will get you there. You can't start at the finish line. Adam here, signing off. Cheers.